guys, good morning and happy HIKEATHON day 1. So just in case you don't know or in case you missed it, HIKEATHON is running from May 17th through the 31st. It is a fitness, nature, hiking, camping themed readathon that I have created that we're gonna do for 2 weeks, and I'm really excited about it. And today is the first day. It's not the morning anymore. It's 4 p.m. on Monday and I'm not off to a great start. I didn't get up quite early enough to film things like I wanted. I had a very long work day. I haven't hiked yet, and I haven't filmed anything besides what you're watching now, obviously. But I have gotten halfway through a book, so we're just gonna kind of jump into this readathon. I was just not able to do a lot today, but I did listen to an audiobook while I was working, so I started the Lifeboat Click by Kathy Parks. This is about basically a bunch of teenagers that wind up getting stranded after a tsunami hits California at a party that they were at, and we have our lead character who is not popular and not friends with the popular kids and kind of sneaks into this party, and then they wind up getting all like stranded after it because they're like lost at sea. So it's kind of bouncing back and forth between like why she's not popular and friends with everybody, and then also like them being on this boat and talking and kind of trying to survive. So I only have like an hour left because it's really short, and I'm really enjoying it. The narrator is really good. It's very interesting. I don't know if it's something that's going to be like an all-time favorite, but it's a good start, and this will be my survival read for the readathon, which is my first challenge. So I have to go through and count how many chapters I have read because they aren't numbered to do my exercises, because I need to do an exercise for every 5 chapters. But right now I'm getting ready to go take Ledge for probably just a walk today, and we'll do a bigger hike tomorrow and kind of get things off to the right start. That's what's happening. Nothing too exciting, so I'll see you on our walk. So we did our walk slash hike now. Decided to keep it kind of easy today because I had a little bit of an interesting day, and also I plan to do a bigger one tomorrow. So I think I only did 2 miles, which is fine. I mean, it's all relative to what you're used to doing and what your goals are and things like that. You know, if you never walk, then a 5-minute walk is better than what you normally do. So keep that in mind when you're kind of planning for your own goals. But I did finish the Lifeboat Click by Kathy Parks on audio. I did like the narrator. She did a really good job. She made it like a really easy listen. It was definitely a good read overall. It was a good change of pace, but I don't think it's anything that will like stick with me for a really long time. It had a couple of like little plot twisty things, but basically just a contemporary with a little bit of a survival element, which is what all the survival books are, which is kind of unfortunate because I don't mind having like some backstory on the characters and things, but I want more about what's actually happening to them. And it had a decent amount in this one, but I wanted more. I wanted more of like a plot. I haven't found one that I've really loved yet, but I keep trying. So overall, probably a 3.5 star read. So not bad, but you know, nothing super amazing. So again, I'm trying. I don't have the dust jacket on this one because it's my physical read. This is Nil, and this one is about teens that wake up mysteriously on an island, and they have like a year to survive, and there's all these rules that they don't really know about, and they don't really know how they got there. They'll just be like walking around, and then they'll wind up on this island. So sounds kind of cool. So this is going to be my physical read for this week. I may have another one, but I haven't been the best about physical reading with all the stuff that we have going on, which I will show you guys a little bit later today. So that's what's going on reading wise, and I finished a book already, so that's awesome. That's the great thing about audiobooks. I'm going to try and finish a book a day, but my overall goal for the 15 days is 10 books. Almost everything I have is fairly short, So I should be able to do that. I definitely did that for a HIKEATHON. I think I did 11 and a half. And I have a book that I'm going to be listening to with Jeff that I'll talk about some point this week. So for now, Jeff's working late tonight, so I think I'm going to read physically a little bit. And then I might make some dinner. I ate lunch really late, like 3 o'clock, so I'm not hungry even though it's like 6:30, which actually works out kind of good. So I'm going to go physically read, and I will check back in later tonight, possibly. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning and happy HIKEATHON day 2. So it's Tuesday morning. I am feeling so much better than yesterday. I got up really early at 6 o'clock today. I read and I had my breakfast and I did a whole bunch of things already. So it's 8 o'clock right now. I'm getting ready to leave to go to my chiropractor, and then I have to stop by the library to pick up a couple things. I am gonna go pick up this second book of Nil because I got 100 pages in last night and today, and I'm really liking it. So I feel like I'm probably gonna wanna read book 2. They only have book 2 though, not book 3. So we'll see what we're gonna do about that. And then I'm gonna go on our hike with Ledge. I gotta go get a graduation present for my sister's boyfriend because we have a party for him this weekend. And then I'm not sure, probably come home and garden. So I'm gonna listen to my audiobook while I do that. I started, I don't know if I told you guys yesterday, The Cage by Megan Shepherd. So this is about a girl that's in like a human zoo and she doesn't know how she got put there, and there's other people there, other kids, and they don't know what's happening. So I'm an hour into that, so I'm gonna listen to that while I do my errands and things today, and I'll check back in with you guys later. Okay, so it's 4 o'clock. I have been in the backyard most of the day after my errands and the hike that I took with Ledge, and I've spent the last like hour and a half hand fertilizing everything with like a fish emulsion and some blackstrap molasses, just like everything, like all the beds, all the buckets, everything. So I'm done with that. I've got a couple more gardening chores to do, and then I'm gonna go inside and figure out if I need to start on dinner or what's happening. But I figured I would come out here and show you guys a couple cool things that are happening. So I'm pretty sure my garden tour came out today on my YouTube channel. I will link that up here in the cards. It is like a week or 2 old at this point, so a lot of new stuff has happened. So I wanted to show you guys a couple of things. First up, I made this Swiss chard tower, which I don't know if I had in that video. It is doing really great. They're definitely not going to get huge in here, but I can use them kind of like baby greens. This basket that I planted, like I wasn't sure about these flowers, but they have really kind of exploded recently and they're starting to hang over finally. I've got some strawberries coming in from these, which are doing great. This bed is doing particularly good with like onions and peppers and lettuce and rutabaga. It's kind of in between right now. It's going to be all peppers pretty much soon, but I need to wait till the onions are done and the lettuce is done, and I'm going to pull the root vegetables today. And then I can keep planting peppers, but it's kind of nice because it's giving me a chance to grow the peppers. We have this massive sunflower that is probably like almost 6 feet tall. Hopefully he'll bloom before the end of the readathon, because that would be really neat. My zucchini, at least this one, is doing really good. No fruit yet. I've got these beautiful ranunculus flowers that have bloomed. This is my first time growing these, and I have some more blooms like on the way. My nasturtium hanging basket bloomed, which is really good because my nasturtium wall is pretty much gone. I have like a gopher problem, and also it's just kind of almost done. This hanging basket is becoming a total monster because I planted some like super plants from Proven Winners. Probably should have only put 2 in here, but I'm really enjoying it, even though it's making the other hanging baskets look dumb. Did this recently. I planted, this is just like a really thin rope trellis that I got for like $1, and it's not going to hold anything sturdy, but I put 1 cucumber and then a bunch of cucamelons, which are like tiny cucumbers, and they're really small and very light, so I think it will do okay with that. And then I planted green beans in the front, so they're starting to climb. Super excited. My green beans are all looking really good. Here's Ledge. Hey Ledge. Really good. Last year I tried to plant marigolds here and they did terribly, but all the green beans are looking super good. And we even have some blooms today. This Dancing with Smurfs tomato is just totally loaded with these gorgeous blue tomatoes that I'm super excited about. You taking a nap after our hike, sweet boy? So this, I'm pretty sure, is spaghetti squash, and I've been hand pollinating them, so I think that's what we got going on here, and I'm very excited about it. My catnip is gigantic, and it's looking like it's gonna bloom soon, so I'm excited to see that. And I've got my cherries starting to ripen again. This is a Sun Sugar cherry tomato. Really excited about it. And there's just cherries like everywhere. And I think that's most of the exciting things happening back here. So I am gonna finish doing my chores. I have like 2 hours left listening to The Cage, which I don't know if I explained to you guys yet or not, so I'll do that in a little bit. The narrator isn't the best, and it's a little bit slow, but I think I like it enough to read book 2. We'll have to see how the ending goes. So that's what's happening. I haven't read any more in Nil. I'm going to do that probably in a little bit also, maybe when I'm done here. And yeah, just going to get busy. Also kind of funny, so I got this like microgreens mix, and that's what I filled a lot of my hanging baskets with. It was like left over from people growing microgreens, and there's all these like random seedlings in it. So this is a strawberry, but I have like a mustard grass, and I am fairly certain this is a carrot popping out here. So I've got all these like freebie plants, which is kind of hilarious. So I am officially hammocking and getting ready to read some more of Nil. I'm really liking it a lot. It has a much better like survivalist thing like I was kind of wanting. They're basically on this island, and they have to figure out like why they're there and how they're there, and there's different rules and things that the island puts on, and it has a very strong survivor element to it, which I love. So I'm really liking this. I have an hour left of The Cage, and it's good. It's getting much better at the end. I'm very interested. I'm not really sure how they're gonna write like 2 more books. Seems like that might be a bit much. So right now I'm gonna read the next one, probably this readathon, but not tomorrow, so I'm not sure what I'll read next. I have like a little app that I can spin to let me know what I'm gonna read, but right now I'm gonna read this one. I am 100 pages in already on day 2, so I'm pretty excited because I haven't read this much physically in a while, so yay. I did it. I finished The Cage. Not Nil. I got another like 50 pages into Nil, but I finished my audiobook, and I'm really glad that I pushed through, because about halfway through I was a little tired of the narrator and I was thinking about switching to something else, but I decided to garden and just keep listening, and I'm super glad I did because I finished it and I actually really liked it. I really liked the ending. It was probably like a 3.75 star, like not quite a 4-star, a little better than a 3.5 with the ending. So I'm very excited to read the next one now because I just really liked the ending of it. I like the overall story too. I just felt like it was a teensy bit long. So I think that's a wrap on today. My puppy's very sleepy. My husband is doing housework, which I haven't shown you guys what is happening yet, so I might do that now. It's a disaster zone. We are doing remodeling. Jeff hasn't even had dinner yet, and he's had to make way more holes in the ceiling than he was planning on to do electrical everywhere. How's it going? Not the best.
See why I didn't want to do this job to begin with?
Did you get your tool back?
Yeah.
So I don't have a living room right now. But he did, part of the reason he did it is because we had no overhead lighting in here. So now we have a ceiling fan. We just gotta get rid of all the holes, and we're gonna do something cool with this wall, and it's gonna be fabulous, but it's gonna be a second.